All right. Welcome back to Rise from the Ashes. I'm your host, Tamarah, and today we begin a brand new journey together. The Albedo Series, turning trauma into light. Now, this series is all about the sacred process of purification, clarity, and reclaiming your inner radiance after life has burned you literally to the bone. Episode one in the series is called Purification and Clarity, and it's inspired by a chapter from my book, Rise from the Ashes, which came out in January. I'll hold it up for you once, and then I'll put the link in the comments. But anyways, today we are diving deep into shadow work, what it is, why it matters, and how it becomes the turning point in your transformation. Now, there comes a moment in every seeker's journey when the world seems to dissolve, not physically, but internally. And it feels like everything you once knew is burning away. And in a sense, it actually is. You've lit the fire yourself, choosing to release what no longer serves you. This stage feels like loss. It feels like betrayal. It feels like standing in the ashes of a life you thought you understood. But here's the truth: this burning is not destruction, it's revelation. Just like a phoenix rises from flame or a seed cracks open to bloom, you are shedding the heavy lead that has weighed you down for years and maybe lifetimes. Without this fire, you would still be carrying wounds that were never yours to keep. Shadow work is the alchemy of becoming, okay? Shadow work isn't just about confronting your pain, though. It's about calling yourself out on your illusions, your patterns that don't serve you, and the ways you've allowed others to treat you by not setting boundaries. It's about learning, number one, when to say no, when to walk away, when to begin again, and when to admit that you could have actually done better. It is a mirror. Sometimes it's harsh, sometimes it's compassionate. And in reality, it's showing you both what you dislike and what you deeply love about yourself. And as you peel back the layers of you, something beautiful happens. You begin to actually appreciate yourself. You value yourself. You begin to love yourself. And you begin to feel gratitude. Now, this is not just a concept, but this feeling of gratitude is, it becomes a living force within you. This gratitude becomes your fuel. It becomes the light guiding you out of survival mode and into purpose. When gratitude takes root down deep into you, into your bones, that is when manifestation blooms. Your mind clears, your energy starts to return, your goals, ones you long thought would never exist or couldn't possibly happen, begin to rise to the surface, and they're ready to be born. You stop flailing through life. You stop reliving your trauma, and you become your own anchor. And from that place, that's where confidence grows. That's where understanding grows. That's where happiness grows. One positive shift ripples outward, creating opportunities you once avoided and revealing strengths you never knew you had. You begin to change your stars, not by magic, but by courage. Although I like to bring magic into my life any chance I have. Now, many of us carry a voice inside that whispers to you, you're not good enough. You're not worthy. Maybe this thought originally came from a parent or a peer or even society. Maybe it came from a moment you barely remember. Now, shadow work is what helps you recognize that voice. And you get to rewrite that voice, that message that you embed within you. You learn to say, I am worthy. I am enough. I am whole. And as you heal your own shadow, you begin to see when others are projecting theirs onto you. Their words, once they hit you, they stop feeling personal. It doesn't hit you. It doesn't sink in. You understand that their pain is speaking, not their truth. This awareness actually softens you. It deepens your relationships. It frees you. So to begin shadow work in your everyday life, I want you to try this. Try daily reflection. Each evening, write down one moment when your shadow appeared throughout your day. A trigger, a reaction, a self-critical thought, maybe something that you said to somebody else, maybe even under your breath. It's probably your shadow. Keep that in mind. So then when this comes up, reframe yourself. Ask, what wound does this come from? Then rewrite the thought into something compassionate and empowering. Okay? You become your gratitude anchor. I mentioned that. I want you to list 3 things you're grateful for. Great gratitude is what seals the healing. Another way to embody this concept is choose one small action the next day that reflects your new narrative, the new you, your new thought process. An example, saying no. Simple as that. Setting a boundary, or even speaking kindly to yourself. Transformation becomes real when it becomes a part of your daily life. Not just one time, not just when you think someone's looking, but your daily life. Now, shadow work can be emotionally intense. I want you to remember this. So, if at any point you feel overwhelmed during your healing process, confused, or feel like everything is just a little too heavy to navigate this process alone, please reach out to a licensed therapist or mental health professional. Healing is powerful, but you never have to do it without support. Keep that in mind. Okay, so to recap this episode, our introduction into the Albedo stage, we explored the alchemical fire and transformation. We discussed more about what shadow work actually is, how to set up boundaries to reshape your healing, um, the emergence of self love and gratitude. Gratitude is huge. If you could find gratitude in any moment that happens to you, just one thing that you can say, well, at least this didn't happen. Hold on to that because that is where you harness your strength. Remember to also rewrite your inner critic. Recognize your projections from others as well. And we talked about our simple daily practice, how you can integrate your healing into every single day. Has to be a part of you. It can't be just something that you said, well, I did this. You have to embody it. This is the beginning of your purification, your albedo stage, where clarity replaces chaos and your inner light begins to shine through. Okay. If you would like to go deeper into this journey, this episode was inspired by a chapter from my book that I mentioned, Rise from the Ashes. That book is a guide for anyone ready to transform and their pain into power and their shadows into wisdom. In our next episode, in the Albedo series, we will explore forgiveness and compassion for yourself and for others. Remember, this is where healing softens, expands, and becomes your bridge to your freedom. We will explore in this series how forgiveness softens the heart, dissolves old burdens, and opens the doors to even deeper healing. If you found this episode meaningful, please like or subscribe and be sure to share. Your support helps this community grow and helps others rise from their own ashes. Until then, remember, you are the alchemist of your own becoming. Signed in light and darkness, Tamarah. And remember, keep rising, and I will see you next time. Thank you.